If I were to ask you to describe Mario and Luigi for me, assuming I had never seen them before, most of you would tell me this. Mario is the red one, Luigi is the green one. If I asked for further details, some of you might mention that Mario is the protagonist, usually. He is also shorter and fatter. Luigi instead is taller and skinnier. Well, let's put it like this, less fat. If we go deeper, some might say that Mario's head is rounder while Luigi's is longer. But what if I ask you, what did they look like in the original Super Mario Bros? Clearly, as you will have noticed, some of these differences are present in later games of the series, as for example the actual physical body differences were not present in the original. Already in Mario Kart for Super Nintendo we can see that Mario and Luigi are physically different. And with some exceptions, such as Mario 2, where Luigi's jump defied the laws of gravity, at least in their old school iteration, Mario and Luigi would be identical if it weren't for their color. So let's talk about that color, shall we? Mario and Luigi used to be just a color palette swap. But this really is the crux of the matter here, the color palette. Mario's blue-red, Luigi's blue-green. Well, I don't know how to tell you, but you're wrong. This is indeed a case of the famous Mandela effect. For those who don't know, the Mandela effect is a phenomenon of shared and consistent false memories about pop culture, events, or images. In other words, you remember something was a certain way, but you are wrong. So, get ready for the reality check. This that you are looking at is Super Mario All-Stars, a reinterpretation, if you will, of the original Super Mario Bros. Not the original. In the original Super Mario Bros., Mario is wearing a red hat and red overalls, while Luigi is, well, wearing white ones. White. Given Luigi's blouse, shoes, hair and moustache for some reasons are indeed green. But so are Mario's. Clearly not the same hue, but not a distinguishing feature. The distinguishing feature is red versus white. Oh, and while we're at it, here's another thing that you forgot. When Luigi in original Super Mario Bros. Picks up the flower, he turns into Mario. Let that sink in. You know what, since we are revealing it all on this video, did you know that in Mario 64 for Nintendo 64, if you stand still and do nothing, Mario will fall asleep?
I'm tired.
If you still don't push anything, he'll fall into deeper sleep and will start dreaming, in Italian, about pasta.
Nighty nighty. Ah, spaghetti. Ah, ravioli. Ah, mamma mia.
Okay, now my life is complete. Oh, and while I'm at it, since I'm a native Italian speaker, when he says spaghetti, he has a foreign accent. He doesn't double the T.
Ah, spaghetti.
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 Spaghetti. Ah, mamma mia.
Mamma mia, really? Ah, Mario, how did you forget to speak like a true Italian? So, when did Luigi become the actual green and blue guy? But interestingly enough, the beginning of the idea of having Luigi dressed in green starts before the word Super was connected to Mario Bros. In fact, we're talking about Mario Bros. For context, the original Super Mario Bros. For NES was released in 1985, while the predecessor, Mario Bros., is from 1983 as an arcade platform game. With that being said, the NES port is from 1986, so 1 year after Super Mario Bros. For NES. In here, and I swear this is fascinating, Luigi is still white and green, but this time the palette is swapped, as the overalls are green and the blouse is white. Mario, however, already has the blue and red combination that we are looking for in Luigi. This, I have to specify, is the NES porting. What about the arcade? Oh, get ready for wild! Therefore, while the blue and red combo for Mario in the NES version of Mario Bros. Does not occur before Super Mario Bros., the arcade version is 2 years older, and therefore we can confidently state the blue overalls and red blouse combination that we've been familiar with at least since Super Mario 2 is not a development created after Super Mario Bros. 1, it's going back to the origins. It's vintage. Although in this version his hat was blue. Why make it easy? And what on earth is happening with the cover? Why is it fully blue? Why the heck is it fully blue? Ma che fa, scherziamo? Alright, that's neat, but what about the arcade Metatron? What about Luigi? Luigi? In Mario Bros? Gods of Olympus, help me. The arcade is green and black. But because of course. Of course they did. Of course. This is never gonna end, is it? Keep it together, Metatron. When is the first time that Mario and Luigi are differentiated as blue-green, blue-red? As we continue our data analysis, an answer that could be perceived as more apt is really Super Mario 2. This is where we have a definitive difference between red and green when it comes to Mario and Luigi. Although it is important to remember that this is Super Mario 2 only in the West, as in Japan. The actual Super Mario 2 will be what we call the Lost Levels. So, in order for our answer to not be area-specific, the actual first international Super Mario game that shows Luigi as green and Mario as red in a definitive manner is indeed Super Mario Bros. 3. Also, while we're at it, in Super Mario 3 they messed up the English grammar. Shout out to Displaced Gamers for the find. Awesome channel, by the way. Alright, but wait a minute. Did you think that it was done? That was it? End of investigation? Over? It's not over until it's over. Because you see, I swear, what you just saw when it comes to Mario 3 is not a regular level. It's the battle mode, which is clearly a callback from the original Mario Bros. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the only place in the entire game where Mario is wearing red and blue. Because otherwise, both of them, Mario and Luigi, are wearing black overalls. Mario's red and black. Mario's... Oh, for crying out loud. And while we're at it, I found this Instagram account called Lumpy Touch, so shout out to him, and he shows, once again, this Mandela effect with a very, very fun challenge. Let's see if you can manage. He's going to show us 4 different variations of sprites that we are, in theory, familiar with. However, only one is the correct one, the other 3 are wrong. Now, one of these is obvious, but the other 3... it kinda depends, so let's see how well you score. I did well for some, but was completely wrong with others. Fascinating. He gives you 5 seconds per sprite, but if you need longer, do pause the video. Let's go.
Challenge! I will show you 4 versions of a sprite. Which is the real one? Go! Well done! You got it!
This one got me.
Nice!
Oh, this one I got it wrong.
You chose well.
I thought it was.
I knew it! Congratulations! Are you ready for more trivia?
To be specific with the colors, let's find out exactly what colors we are talking about. Let's go into an online color picker. It is of course important to underline that colors may vary depending on the picture you use, so let's try a screenshot directly from the game instead, just to be thorough. Also, to be pedantic, do keep in mind that even though colloquially, when we say sprite, we mean the whole character, in the development world, the sprites are the single individual components. In the case of Mario, 4 separate sprites that make up the entirety of what is actually called an entity. Alright, here is the image loaded directly onto the color picker. Let's have a look at Super Mario. Already we see that the bright spots in his overall are this specific color, called Grenadier Red. Wow. While his blouse and mustache appear to be olive. Woohoo! His skin tone is neon carrot. Now let's try Luigi. So, his outfit is white. In fact, it's pure white. All F. While his blouse and mustache are Japanese laurel. I wasn't expecting that. His skin tone is also carrot. In Mario 2, the situation is already quite different. Mario's blouse and hat are now red, together with the shoes. Still grenadier though, while the overalls and all the other details, mustache and hair, are now blue. Deep Koamaru blue. That actually sounds like a good hue of blue for you. Luigi has got the same hue of blue, but he's got much brighter green now. That is pastel green. My wife is gonna love that. But what about the skin? They've got different skin now. While Luigi's skin tone went from carrot to melon. Okay, but what about Mario's skin tone? Is he still a carrot? Yes, neon carrot. Mario stays strong. Wait, is this like a subtle reference to the fact that we've got vegetables all over Super Mario 2, or am I reading too deeply into this? And since you asked, yes, Mario's red in Mario 64 is definitely brighter. It is, in fact, red. Just red. The Grenadier went to war, never came back, I don't know what to tell you. His blue overalls? Just blue. They just kept it simple. And for the most useless yet still fun fact in the world, Mario Bros. Blue outfit is a blue ribbon, while his red blouse is still Grenadier. Man, they really like this one. Luigi's green overall is a Japanese laurel again. Note how their skin tones are different, but this time in reverse. Luigi's the tan one. How tan, you ask? Aha, the carrot. Luigi's the carrot. What is Mario then? A caramel. Do what? Where am I going with this? Alright, let's have a look at the cases, shall we? Original Super Mario, Mario is wearing white and red, but then again it's because he's already upgraded to the flower. Unless he's Luigi now. No way to tell. Am I right? Super Mario 2, we have a return of blue and red. Will you look at that? Which continues in Super Mario 3. Blue and red. Shout out to Dr. Mario, but then again he's just wearing medical doctor attire. Doesn't really count. In Super Mario World for Super Nintendo, we continue with red and blue. And in various iterations of Mario Kart, red and blue for Mario is fully established. Also, while we're at it, here's another challenge for you. Look, I have 2 copies of Super Mario 3. One of these is fake, it's a repro, while the other one is an original. Can you tell which one it is? Let's consider left, right. Please write your answer. Okay, let me show you from the back. The original is left. This is a repro. This is the original. Okay. The answer is Super Mario World. Blue-red and blue-green. There you have it. Thank you for watching.